Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses. As we continue with Part 18, Jalal-ud-din Rumi, the Great Dervish Adept, from the Adepts in the Eastern Esoteric Tradition, by Manly Palmer Hall, Part 4, The Mystics of Islam. Jalal-ud-din Rumi, the Great Dervish Adept. In his introduction to the Mesnevi of Jalal-ud-din, James W. Redhouse states that about AD 1260, Jalal-ud-din was urged by Hassan Husam al-Din to compose the Mesnevi. Scholars in the field are inclined to consider this work, which is divided into 6 books, as the greatest mystical poem ever written. The preface opens with the following statement: "This is the book of the rhymed couplets, Matnawi, Mesnevi. It contains the roots of the roots of the roots of the one true religion of Islam, and treats of the discovery of the mysteries of reunion and sure knowledge. It is the grand jurisprudence of God, the most glorious law of the deity, the most manifest evidence of the divine being. The refulgence thereof is like that of a lantern, in which is a lamp that scatters beams more bright than the morn. It is the paradise of the heart, with springs and foliage." The inner quote in this passage is from the Quran. In presenting this work to the English reader, Redhouse, by way of introduction, gives selected anecdotes from Menakibul Arifin, The Acts of the Adepts by Shamsu-Didin Ahmed el-Eflaki. This work is concerned with accounts of the miraculous lives of Muslim saints and sages, and includes a section devoted to incidents in the career of Jalal-ud-din Rumi. It is from this section that the following episodes relating to Jalal-ud-din are derived. Jalal-ud-din, the Great Dervish Adept, was born on the 29th of September AD 1207. When only 5 years old, this remarkable man became strangely and profoundly agitated by a series of extraordinary occurrences. The cause of these perturbations was that spiritual forms and shapes of the absent, invisible world would arise before his sight, that is, angelic messengers, righteous genii, and saintly men, the concealed ones of the bowers of the True One, spiritual spouses of God, used to appear to him in bodily shape, exactly as the cherubim and seraphim used to show themselves to the holy apostle of God, Muhammad, in the earlier days, before his call to the prophetic office, as Gabriel appeared to Mary, and as the 4 angels were seen by Abraham and Lot, as well as others to other prophets. When Jalal-ud-din was about 6 years old, he received a further mystical experience. While frolicking with several other children, he suddenly disappeared from among his playmates, causing them great consternation. Later, he explained that while he had been speaking with his friends, a company of visible forms, clad in green raiment, had led him away from them and had conducted him about the various concentric orbs of the spheres and through the signs of the zodiac, showing him the wonders of the world of spirits and bringing him back to them as soon as their cries had reached his ears. 2 years after the death of his father, Jalal-ud-din, having reached his 23rd year, journeyed to Aleppo to advance his learning. While in this city, he excited the jealousy and suspicion of some of his fellow students, who complained to the governor that this extraordinary young man left his cell at midnight each night for some mysterious purpose, which they suspected might be immoral. The governor, possessed by typical Oriental curiosity, decided to discover the truth for himself. He therefore hid where he could watch Jalal-ud-din from a safe distance. Exactly at low 12, the locked gate of the college opened of itself, and Jalal-ud-din came forth. He then passed through the great gate of the city, which also opened without human hands. The governor, attempting to follow, felt himself moving at incredible speed for a considerable distance. The trip ended at the tomb of Abraham at Hebron, nearly 350 miles from Aleppo. The governor then beheld a domed edifice, wherein was congregated a large company of mysterious beings wearing green robes, who came forth to meet Jalal-ud-din. They embraced him with affection, and then conducted him into the building. The governor became so frightened that he fainted. When he awoke, the domed building was gone, and the bewildered magistrate was hopelessly lost in the desert. 2 days later, he was found and brought home in an exhausted condition. Naturally, he decided not to pursue the subject any further. Eastern literature abounds with remarkable accounts of miraculous occurrences involving Jalal-ud-din. During his last illness, a friend was seated by him. Suddenly, a most handsome youth appeared at the door of the room. Jalal-ud-din immediately arose and advanced to receive the stranger, who said, "I am Azrael, the angel of departure and separation. I come by the divine command to inquire what commission the master may have to entrust to me." The dervish adept replied, come in, thou messenger of my king. Do that which thou art bidden, and God willing thou shalt find me one of the patient." Perhaps the most significant story about the mysterious hierarchy of adepts was told by the widow of Jalal-ud-din, who was regarded as a model of virtue. She related what she had seen through a chink in the door, where her husband and one of his associates were closeted in spiritual communion. Suddenly the wall of the room opened, and 6 men of majestic mien entered through the cleft. These strangers, who were of the occult saints, saluted, bowed, and laid a nosegay of bright flowers at the feet of Jalal-ud-din, although it was then in the depth of the midwinter season. They remained until the hour of sunrise worship. When the service was over, the 6 strangers took leave, departing through the same cleft in the wall, which closed behind them. Jalal-ud-din gave the nosegay to his wife, saying that strangers had brought it as an offering to her. The flowers were so remarkable that she sent her servant with the bouquet to the perfumer's mart of the city to ask the kind of flowers. The merchants were all astonished, never having seen such leaves. At length, however, a spice merchant from India recognized them to be the petals of a flower that grows in the south of India in Ceylon. Jalal-ud-din then told her to take the greatest care of the nosegay, as it had been sent to her by the florist of the lost earthly paradise through Indian saints as a special tribute. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Roses. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.